committee way is because all Kenyans will be following what will be happening in this house. And so it is very important for it to be in plenary so that everyone can follow, even the Meru people can follow clearly what will be spoken here by all the lawyers and from the governor and from the county, and also how the senators will interrogate the matter. Mr. Speaker, I oppose and I say this should be the plenary way. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Wamatinga. Senator Sifuna, what is your point of order?
Honorable Chair, I didn't want to shout over my colleague from Machakos, but I thought she was misleading the public by creating the impression that somehow, if a matter is dealt with in committee, the public cannot follow. In fact, it is a requirement of the Constitution that Parliament and all its committees, in their proceedings, allow the public to be able to follow. And in fact, even impeachments that have been done by committee, there was still live coverage of those proceedings and they were open to the public. So I thought, Honorable Speaker, that was a misleading statement.
Senator Wamatinga.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, sir. I also rise to oppose the motion. Mr. Speaker, sir, I know that I appear in the list, but in the new spirit of a broad-based engagement, or the new spirit of the broad-based and inclusive approach, I think that it would be paramount, it would be very important that we include everybody so that the Kenyans' thinking captures the mood in the country, and the mood in the country, Mr. Speaker, is a broad-based approach of everything that includes everybody, brings everybody on board, so that we can also enlist ourselves and the engagement and the debate and the engagement with the county government and the governor with the diversity of the members who sit in this House. Mr. Speaker, sir, committee way is also a very, very effective way. But there is this narrative now, based on the new mood, that larger and bigger is better. And that's why you see, Mr. Speaker, we have decided also to include the members of the other side into the government so that we can be seen to not only be accommodative, but to capture the spirit of the Gen Zs, which includes tribalists and headdress, and most importantly, where everybody is included. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Eddie Okech.
Mr. Speaker, thank you for giving me this opportunity. Mr. Speaker, what we are discussing here is provided for under the standing orders of this House, procedure for removal of a governor, that is standing order number 80. And Mr. Speaker, when you read that standing order, it does clarify two scenarios for which an outcome of conversation in the committee would come. And that is under 84. It says that when a committee decision or outcome comes as a governor stands impeached, then the matter shall rest there. But when otherwise, the governor, when the committee decides that there was no substantiation for the governor to be impeached, the matter rests at that. But if otherwise the governor is impeached, the House then gets a chance to further interrogate each of those charges for which the impeachment was executed. Now, I want to call this House to either think about ourselves as senators or think about the people of Meru as the people of Meru. And I'm not talking about this because I have been suggested to be in the committee. I'm talking about this because the people of Meru, if we are not careful, will go through 5 years of never getting the service for which the counties was intended. We must call ourselves to order, and we must call ourselves as senators to ask ourselves, do we want to be involved in this process or do we want to be engaged in this process? An engagement process is just like a plate of bacon and eggs. If you look at a plate of bacon and eggs, the chicken is just involved. You're looking very good today. But the pig is committed. In the sense that for us to get justice of the people of Meru, I believe that we must go the committee way, where if we go to the committee, we can interrogate these matters, not only to make a decision whether the governor is standing impeached or otherwise, but to be able to give a proper provision for which we can get a lasting solution for Meru people. And that will come in a more engaged pattern that allows this house to be informed on broad-based issues within Meru, not broad-based issues within this parliament or within this house. So therefore, I support the committee way to go and interrogate and come back to this house. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Meru.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. This particular house in this matter concerning impeachment has gone full cycle. We have seen this committee deal with this matter, this house deal with this matter the committee way. We have also seen this house deal with the matter on plenary. And Honorable Speaker, even though I have been a very ardent supporter of committee, because I feel that they are able to look at the matters more closely, just as Senator Sifuna said, this matter is too weighty to be left on the shoulders of 11 members. If anything, Honorable Speaker, even the members that have been proposed to be in that committee, already themselves, they are not even willing. They have said that they don't even support the committee way, including the proposed chairman, Honorable Sigei, Honorable Speaker. But more substantively, Honorable Speaker, there are two matters that I think inform my own decision of not supporting the committee way. Number one, this is not the first time that you are dealing with the matter of the impeachment of the governor of Meru. It is actually the third time, as you have correctly put it. We as senators have already voted on this matter in the past. How certain are we, Honorable Speaker, that the people of Meru or the governor of Meru will get justice if we just have 11 of us, some who have voted on this matter, some who have not voted on this matter, if the people of Meru or even the governor of Meru will be able to get justice? So I feel that the justice will be served to the people of Meru and the governor of Meru if we look at this matter in the whole house. The second matter, Honorable Speaker, and I would actually wish that I get your direction and I get your ruling on this particular matter, because Article 123 that talks about our voting. Each county delegation shall have one vote to be cast on behalf of the county by the head of the delegation in the absence of the head of the delegation by another member of the delegation. Honorable Speaker, looking at the membership of this particular committee, I have tremendous respect to all the members that have been proposed in this committee. One of the members is actually a member of my own committee. I know her ability, I know her capability. But, Honorable Speaker, I am inclined to imagine and think that this power that has been given to the head of delegation and can only be used by a member of that delegation when the head of delegation is not there. If these 5 out of 11 nominated members vote on this particular matter and they negate this particular motion, how will I, as a head of that delegation, get an opportunity to vote on this matter? It is on that matter, Honorable Speaker, that I actually feel that you need to give. I have respect, Honorable Speaker, to our nominated colleagues, Honorable Speaker. They are able, they are willing. But when the matter shall come before this House, when we shall be voting, Honorable Speaker, they will contribute. Honorable Muma has said that they want to contribute on this motion. They will contribute. But in terms of making that decision, it shall be made by the 47 delegations. I will only vote, and a member of my delegation.
Senator Kamau Joseph Githuku.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika. Mheshimiwa Spika, nataka nichukue nafasi niweze kuchangia katika mjadala huu ambao zaidi unahusisha sana watu wa kaunti ya Meru. Mheshimiwa Spika. Mheshimiwa Spika, nataka niweze kusimama na kupinga mswada huu na kusema kwamba itakuwa sio mzuri, Mheshimiwa Spika, kuachia watu 11 waweze kuamua hatima ya watu wa Meru, ikizingatiwa kwamba Mheshimiwa Spika, ni mara ya 3 gavana huyu ameletwa hapa katika bunge hili. Kwa hivyo Mheshimiwa Spika, ningependa niseme ya kwamba jambo hili linafaa liachiwe bunge lizima la Senate liweze kuamua. Mheshimiwa Spika, watu 67 wa senators 67 wataweza kuamua jambo hili kwa kina na kuliangalia kwa njia ambayo itaweza kuponya wakazi wa kaunti ya Meru. Mheshimiwa Spika, siku ambayo tutakuwa tukisikiza mambo ambayo Kawira Mwangaza, gavana wa Meru, ameweza kuwekelewa kwamba amefanya, itakuwa ni jambo ambalo litakuwa linaangaziwa ulimwengu mzima na Kenya nzima. Mheshimiwa Spika, itakuwa inaangalia ikingojea kuona uamuzi wa Senate hii na bunge hili litakavyoamua. Mheshimiwa Spika, mimi naunga mkono ya kwamba bunge hili lizima la Senate liweze kuachiwa jambo hilo la kuamua mambo ya gavana ya Kawira Mwangaza na watu wa Meru waweze kupata haki. Asante Mheshimiwa Spika, na mimi napinga mswada huo.
Senator Chirange. Senator Boni, what is your clarification you're seeking?
Mr. Speaker, it is now on record that 4 out of 11 senators on this committee have opposed and therefore technically withdrawn. It would be useful for you to make a ruling on whether in this kind of motion, if this eventuality is reached, does it mean the motion has been lost, or would we still go on and still vote on it, assuming that the motion sails through and 4 senators have already technically withdrawn? What are we voting for? Mr. Speaker, could you guide us that by default, therefore, it means the motion has collapsed?
Honorable Boni, I've listened very carefully to each one of you who've stood to make a contribution to this motion. And I've not had any of the senators who spoke withdrawing. You can give your opinion, but once the House passes the motion, then at that particular time, you may withdraw. Senator Fernandez.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As the champion of plenary proceedings under 3rd schedule of the standing orders, I'm one of the happiest men, Mr. Speaker. Finally, I've been vindicated in many fronts, even including broad-based issues, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to agree when you look at 3rd schedule, the formation either by plenary of impeachment of a governor at page 216 of the standing orders or by committee, it is almost the same. In fact, when you look word by word, but we are now subsuming ourselves into a quasi-judicial mechanism, Mr. Speaker. And therefore, all of us will assume the role of being a judge. And therefore, it is important so that all of us can learn. Mr. Speaker, under Article 118 of the Constitution, this is what we call public participation or parliamentary proceedings. When we go for plenary, the people of Meru, the governor, the MCS, Kenyans at large will be able to watch the proceedings in an open and transparent manner. I'm not casting aspersions on the proceedings of the committees. It is supposed to be open, Mr. Speaker. It is supposed to be open, and it is open as per Article 118 of the Constitution 2010, Mr. Speaker. But to avoid being salamiwad by the Gen Z, Mr. Speaker, it is better nowadays to put things on the open. Because committees sometimes in the nature, Mr. Speaker, can sometimes escape the attention of the public, Mr. Speaker. I agree, Mr. Speaker, the issues of Meru are very unique, complex, and diverse, Mr. Speaker. We cannot new law under Article 192 on suspension of county of Meru. Meru is working. Some parts of Meru are not working, Mr. Speaker. And I want to remind the deputy party leader of ODM, and I want to advise the Secretary General of ODM to organize an induction at Kenya School of Government, the way Akina Joe and the rest have been done for the last 2 weeks, so that he understands, Mr. Speaker, we don't have a functional IEBC at the moment, Mr. Speaker. The NADCO report, the amendments of IEBC, we are still considering, Mr. Speaker. So the suspension under Article 192, we should not envisage, because we have opportunity to listen, Mr. Speaker, to be able to ventilate through and be able to have a chance. Mr. Speaker, I want to tell the committee members who are proposed, we love you, but plenary loved us most. So we wish you well and we'll appoint you. I thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I oppose the motion.
Senator Kibwana.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mine is simply, Mr. Speaker, saying that I support the plenary. Much has been said. I may just want to request, Mr. Speaker, if you can actually recommend the report be captured later by relevant committees. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Abbas. Chairman Devolution.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I beg to oppose the motion that it will be fair for the people of Meru at least to hear each and everybody of this House opinion. And according to Article 961, the Senate is obligated to be able to protect the interests of everybody in Kenya. And I think if you have the entire senators in this House to interrogate and to ask questions, I think there will be more opinions that will be reached, and there will be fair hearing for everybody, both sides of the divide, that is the governor in question, and the members of the assembly, and the public at large. Honorable Speaker, it's a very unfortunate situation. As the chair of the devolution, we have tried our best to intervene in this matter. That members visited there, we created dialogue. Many questions have been promised that this will be the end. That time when we visited, that this will be the end of the day of that matter. But however, it still continues, and the Meru people are not enjoying their rights and whatever the development they have got. In that matter, I wish to support the motion. I want to oppose the motion, and I will propose that we go the plenary way. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Gataya Munda, Tharaka Nithi.
Honorable Speaker, Meru is bleeding. Meru County is bleeding, Honorable Speaker. This is a very sensitive matter. It's no longer about Meru, it's about the whole country. Kenya is watching all of us. As a House, we must be able to prosecute this matter away from the committee, and I strongly oppose the motion that we should not take the committee route. Let's go the plenary way so that maybe people can see openly what we are doing to make sure that Meru is safe. We don't have a repeat of the same again. So I oppose, Honorable Speaker.
Senator Seki.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I also want to oppose the motion and suggest the option of going plenary way, Honorable Speaker, so that we give chance to the Meru people and the country, the entire country, to understand and even to follow the proceedings, so that we uphold the transparency way, and even for them to understand how and why this governor is coming the third time to this House. Honorable Speaker, I stand to oppose the motion.
Senator Karen Nyamu. Senator Nyamu.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It is not right for members who are trying to invalidate the committee way, yet the third schedule of our standing orders, Mr. Speaker, provide for both the removal by committee and removal by plenary, Mr. Speaker. And so it is not right to say before this House or indicate or imply that one way is more legal or better in any way than the other. And Mr. Speaker, it is not true that this House, the whole House, will not participate in the removal or saving of the governor, Mr. Speaker, because finally when the committee is done with the report, it will be brought here for debate and the final vote by these members, Mr. Speaker. The issue of Meru, I agree, is one that has elicited a lot of interest of the country. It is true, it is the fifth time she's being impeached. It is the third time she's coming before the Senate. But, Mr. Speaker, as a committee, we should be given the opportunity to interrogate these issues and get to the bottom of it, Mr. Speaker. However, reading the mood of the House, I want to agree with the majority of the members that we go the plenary way, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Senator Chimera.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to say that I strongly oppose this motion in total, Mr. Speaker, for three fundamental reasons, Mr. Speaker. The first reason is that as the Senate, we are a house of order, we are a house of procedure, and we are a house of precedent, Mr. Speaker. I am. Please, I hope you've reserved my time, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, as to the question of Meru County, this very House, Mr. Speaker, has set precedent, Mr. Speaker. Every time the governor of Meru has come before us facing such charges, Mr. Speaker, we've always gone plenary. Why do you want, I think for 2 times, Mr. Speaker, we've gone plenary. Why then do you want to go? Let me withdraw that, Mr. Speaker.
Order, Honorable. Proceed.
Let me go to my second point, Mr. Speaker.
Proceed.
The second point, Mr. Speaker, is on the contribution by Senator Matthew.
What is the point of order, Senator Eddy? Is it point of order or point of information?
Point of order, Mr.
Okay,
Speaker.
proceed.
Just on a statement of fact, 105. Mr. Speaker, the governor of Meru has been brought to this house twice. The first time, Mr. Speaker, actually the senator for Kakamega, Senator Boni Alwale, chaired the committee that actually looked at these issues. And it was the second time that we were in the in a plenary session. So it is wrong to inform the House that there's twice, the two times the governor has been here, it has been taken to the committee. So just correct that, Mr. Speaker. On
Proceed, Senator Chimera.
Well guided, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I wanted to say Article 123, Mr. Speaker, and my colleague Senator Matthew has ably spoken about it. You can't tell us that if Chimera today is a special elected member, can vote for the impeachment of a governor at the committee stage, yet the same member cannot vote for the impeachment of a governor at plenary stage, Mr. Speaker, and still go ahead and nominate 5 members to that committee, Mr. Speaker. I feel this is double standards in way of application of this standing order, Mr. Speaker, and I want to urge this House and the leadership, perhaps there is need to relook at this provision before I probably come with a court order, and I hope I won't go there, Mr. Speaker. But then again, if Article 145, Article 7, Mr. Speaker, allows me to impeach the President, Mr. Speaker, I don't understand why then I can't impeach a governor at plenary, but I'm allowed to impeach the governor or not at committee, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, thirdly, is that this issue is very weighty, Mr. Speaker. The governor for Meru is appearing before us for the 3rd time, Mr. Speaker. And to really urge my colleague senators to be very fair and to do the right thing, Mr. Speaker. Let us allow every senator in this House to have an opportunity to listen to these charges and contribute to this charge, Mr. Speaker, and make a very informed decision, Mr. Speaker, as to the either removal or confirming of those charges, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Mandago. Senator Mandago. Senator Mutinda Tabitha. Senator Olekina, how can you raise on a point of order? He has long concluded his remarks. Proceed, Senator Tabitha.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I do rise, Mr. Speaker, to, of course, oppose this particular motion, Mr. Speaker. And one of the key reasons, Mr. Speaker, as to my opposing is the fact that I've looked at the list of the 11 members, Mr. Speaker, and I just noted, as Senator Chimera has put it correctly, 5 of the members did not have an opportunity to vote last time. 4 of the members voted for the impeachment of the governor, and 2 of the members saved the governor, Mr. Speaker. And actually, for the governor, this committee will not be very fair to her, and the only best fair would be the plenary for the governor, whereby everyone will have an opportunity to listen to the governor.
There is a point of order, Senator Mutinda.
Mr. Speaker, I don't like standing on this point of orders, Mr. Speaker, but it is under 101, Mr. Speaker. It is so wrong for a member of this House to cast aspersions on the integrity of the members of this House, Mr. Speaker. We cannot have names that are proposed in this list, and one senator stands and says that those members will not be fair to the process, to the governor, to the people of Meru, Mr. Speaker. The Senator Mutinda from Nairobi, or I don't know whether it's Nairobi or Kitui now, but Senator Mutinda must be called to order, Mr. Speaker, and she must withdraw that statement and apologize to the whole House for throwing that aspersion to the members of this committee.
Senator Mutinda, that point of order is sustained. You may have to proceed to withdraw that particular averment.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I withdraw and proceed stating that I believe that the plenary will be able to give our people of Meru more justice, more bigger hearing than the plenary way.
Senator Mutinda, you're still on the edge, and you risk going down the cliff. What you're saying is, are you saying the committee way cannot give justice to the people of Meru? Just proceed and conclude.
Yes, allow me to conclude and say and request that during the plenary session, Mr. Speaker, I would really request that colleagues will be in the House, will be able to maximize the allegations that have been presented before this House, so that we can maximally be able to give the Meru people a fair hearing and also a final justice as far as this particular matter is concerned.
Order, Senator Fernandez. May the senator be heard in silence, please. Proceed, Senator Mutinda.
And lastly, Mr. Speaker, I just looked at the former governors and deputy governors who've been gone through impeachment, and most of them, apart from the governor of Embu, Governor Wambora, who appeared before this House twice, it's only Governor Kawera who seems to be making history in this House by appearing for the third time. And so plenary will be the fairest way for the people of Meru to be able to get justice and hope settle this matter once and for all. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Rachel Morgo Julius. Senator Miraj.
Asante mstahiki Spika kwa kunipa fursa hii, na mimi nasimama kuunga mkono ili kikao hiki kiwe cha maseneta wale 11 waliochaguliwa, kwa sababu wale ambao hawakuweza kuchaguliwa na wananchi wataweza kupata fursa ya kutoa kauli zao, kwa sababu tutakapoingia katika kuweza kukisikiza kikao hichi kwa pamoja, sisi kama wawakilishi ambao tumetumwa na vyama vya kisiasa hatupati fursa ya kupiga kura na sauti yetu huwa haisikiki. Kwa hakika watu wa Meru wamekuwa katika mtihani mkubwa, na ili masuala yao yasikizwe kwa ufasaha zaidi. Nasema hivi kwa sababu niliweza kukaa katika kikao kama hichi cha Siaya, gatuzi ya Siaya, na kwa kweli tulipokuwa katika kamati ya watu 11 nilipata fursa nyingi sana za kuweza kuuliza maswali kwa undani. Mara ya mwisho tulipokuwa tumeketi hapa kwa pamoja kama kikao cha seneti na maseneta 67, niliweza kupata fursa moja tena ya madakika kidogo kuweza kuuliza swali katika mjadala uliokuwa unaendelea. Kwa hivyo mimi kama seneta wa Mombasa ningependekeza na kumuunga mkono Seneta Sifuna ili tuweze kuachia majukumu haya wale 11 waliochaguliwa ili waweze kuenda kusikiliza kesi ya watu wa Meru na haki ipatikane. Asante.
Take your seat, honorable senators. We'll proceed to put the question. Honorable Senator Omtata Okoit. Take your seat, please. Honorable senators, I will now proceed to put the question. That whereas pursuant to Article 181 of the Constitution and Section 33 of the County Governments Act, on Thursday, the 8th of August 2024, the Meru County Assembly approved a motion to remove from office by impeachment Honorable Kawira Mwangaza, the Governor of Meru County. And further, whereas by a letter reference MCA/Res/Volume 4/79, dated the 9th of August 2024, and received in the office of the Speaker of the Senate on Friday, 9th of August 2024, the Speaker of the Meru County Assembly informed the Speaker of the Senate of the approval of the motion by the County Assembly and further forwarded to the Speaker of the Senate documents in evidence of the proceedings of the Assembly. And whereas pursuant to Section 33, 3B of the County Governments Act and Standing Order 81B of the Senate by resolution may appoint a special committee comprising 11 of its members to investigate the matter. Now, therefore, pursuant to Section 33, 3B of the County Governments Act and Standing Order 81B, the Senate resolves to establish a special committee comprising the following senators. 1. Senator Wakili Hilary Sigei, MP. 2. Senator Abdul Haji, MP. 3. Senator Wahome Wamatinga, MP. Senator David Wafula, MP. Senator Gloria Oroba, MP. Senator Karen Nyamu, MP. Senator Boy Isa Juma, MP. Senator Eddie Okech, MP. Senator Shakila Abdallah, MP. Senator Beth Montet, MP. And Senator Beatrice Akinyi, MP, to investigate the proposed removal from office of the Governor of Meru County, and pursuant to Standing Order 82, to report to the Senate within 10 days of its appointment on whether or not it finds the particulars of the allegations against the Governor to have been substantiated. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? Nay. The nays have it. Order, honorable senators, order. Order. Senator Mundegi, take your seat. Senator Fernandi, the motion is lost. What more do you want from that? No. Now, honorable senators, as you may have noticed, the majority leader moved the motion at order number 8 on today's order paper for the establishment of a special committee to investigate the proposed removal from office by impeachment of Honorable Kawira Mwangaza, the Governor of Meru County. The motion has been negatived. Honorable Senators, as I communicated earlier by way of a message on the resolution of the Meru County Assembly made on Thursday, 8th of August 2024, for the removal from office by impeachment of Honorable Kawira Mwangaza, the Governor of Meru County, Section 33, 3A of the County Governments Act and Standing Order 81B of the Senate provide that the Senate may, by resolution, appoint a special committee comprising 11 of its members to investigate the matter or investigate the matter in plenary. The motion having been negatived, the route of a special committee is abandoned, and that now implies that the Senate will investigate the proposed removal from office by impeachment of Honorable Kawira Mwangaza, the Governor of Meru County, in plenary, pursuant to Section 33, 3A of the County Governments Act and Standing Order 81B2. Honorable Senators, at its meeting held today, Wednesday the 14th of August 2024, the Senate Business Committee considered the provisional dates for this investigation in the event that the matter was to be investigated in plenary. In line with the schedule of activities for impeachment, hearing, and plenary, I hereby give you the following directions. 1. The clerk to issue invitations to appear to the parties on Wednesday, 14th of August 2024. So the notice will be issued today. The parties to file their responses with the office of the clerk of the Senate by Saturday, the 17th of August 2024 by 5 p.m. 3. The clerk to circulate documents received from the parties, including the plenary hearing program, to all honorable senators by close of business on Sunday, the 18th of August 2024 by 5 p.m. 4. The Senate shall investigate the matter in plenary on Monday, the 19th of August, and on Tuesday, the 20th of August 2024. The Senate is accordingly guided. I thank you, honorable senators. Yes, Senator Boni.
Mr. Speaker, because of the respect that we accord members every time they speak, I have been listening to the contributions, and I have heard two nominated senators who have raised a point of common sense. Common sense that if nominated senators cannot vote in a delegation, and since it requires a delegation to vote to make a decision on removal of a governor, Mr. Speaker, the point of common sense that I've raised is that, therefore, we have been carrying out an illegality for them to have been participating in committee decisions. Mr. Speaker, sir, I would like you to clarify either now or later, substantially, so that it be clear that for that reason, nominated senators cannot sit on a special committee of impeachment because they have no vote. Clarify.
Senator Fernandez.
Mr. Speaker, further on when you reside or retreat to your chamber, tied up with the Senator Boni, Mr. Speaker, I would like to invite your invitation on Article 123 on decision of the Senate, an article further on the removal of a president as provided for under Article 145, I think 7, where it does not substantively refer to the delegations. So we need, Mr. Speaker, your interpretation, what it means. Since the nominated senators cannot participate in impeachment of governor because it is by division of delegations as per Article 123, what happens in future if a president has to be impeached, yet it says members of the Senate? So, Mr. Speaker, in your retreating into your chambers and writing a Solomonic ruling, we would seek the interpretation purposely and maybe guide us that in future, should the head of delegations of those units be consulted before both the minority and majority make certain decisions, so that we are crystal clear, so that we don't have to shoot in the dark, Mr. Speaker. I hope you will guide us appropriately. I thank you.
Honorable senators, I will render my considered ruling on that matter upon resumption. For now, be upstanding. Honorable senators, there being no other business on the order paper, the Senate stands adjourned until Tuesday, the 3rd of September 2024 at 2:30 p.m. Thank you.